blessings. What's going on, family and friends? Peace and blessings, and all praise to the Most High Yah. Thanking Him for this day that He has made. Thank Him. Now, a lot of people believe, for some reason, I don't know why, synagogues are a way of Israel worshiping the Most High God, and it's not. We never built synagogues before Abraham over in Chaldea. His dad followed pagan traditions, you know. But the point being, how did Hebrew Israelites worship? Did they worship in a church, synagogue, or a temple? They did not worship in synagogues. Synagogues came around during the Babylonian time. Yeah, around the Babylonian time or before then, but all during the flick when they were in the land, even before they went to the land, Abraham began to worship the Father. He built what they called them, an altar. He built a altar, and the Bible describes it in detail. Abraham, Jacob, it goes into the detail of it. And then it's a lot of backstory we're missing as a people, because even when we had judges, we didn't have we gathered as an assembly, you know, in in tents, when they met. I remember that first temple, picture of that temple. They had them tents out things. But once they built the temple, you have to understand, they built a temple with specific detail on how the Most High. It's not like we can just go around building temples and woo, because you got to understand, it's a lot of backstory that Israel wanted a king, and they want to worship like right. But Moses was bringing them out. They were scared to come into the presence of the Most High. 1 Kings chapter 7. This is when they, furnishing the temple dedicated. Solomon's palaces. 1 Kings, going chapter 6. And it talks about the temple. Begin in chapter 5. The father built a temple, had him build a temple, and he gave him specific instruction. Yes, going to chapter 5. And then we can go into the book of Nehemiah. Because the first temple, remember, during the exile, the temple was destroyed. And the people were taken into captivity. Remember? from the book of Nehemiah are a Jewish that were introduced during that Babylonian captivity. Nehemiah them didn't build no synagogue, and King Cyrus gave them the things that they needed because he was moved by who? The Most High. Told him to send them back. Remember, they were only to be there for 77 years. And they were sent back. Go to the book of Nehemiah. Because, now, the reason I'm doing this is because obviously a lot of us don't understand. And then I was told that they don't agree. I was told that they don't agree with me. You're not agreeing with me. You're agreeing with the word. The Father said the temple, that's what it is. Yes, we see churches. But did he tell us to build a church? No. Christians will tell you Christ said upon this church. No, he said upon this word. The word. How can you build anything unless it's established on the word of God? You can't build nothing. That's like me being a part of the world. Well, I'm going to take the world's advice over my creator and follow through with that. Then when I'm connecting to them places, other than to the eternal one. Mm-mm. And you gotta think of no, they were in their tents. Remember? Oh, to your tents. That's when they was in their land, Israel, when the nation had split up. There was no temple in the northern kingdom. The temple was down in Jerusalem, in the southern kingdom. And even King Jeroboam, the first king in Israel, they built golden calves and things, right? Let's look at the evidence. They didn't build no synagogue. They built idols because we know they weren't finna build no temple because the Most High did not establish that. And when Christ came, that was the last temple. Christ warned them when he first came, preached the kingdom is nigh, meaning the spirit which man had Most High. We didn't build synagogues. Even after that, even during that, they would still remain in Jerusalem, going back and forth, even going to deal with the Gentiles. I know a lot of Hebrews would tell you, oh, those Israelites, they were in there. There was some Israelites in there, but that wasn't who they was going to preach to only. They never built another temple after that second. Christ told them, your temples and things, all these, Matthew 24, all these things gonna be destroyed. But he had warned us way ahead of time, and he told you who would destroy that when you see the Gentiles coming. He didn't tell them they was gonna build another temple because after that, we would never gathered again. You even see with the disciples, they going from house to house, ministering. Now, why you see synagogues and churches and things? Because they know, but we don't know. For some reason, we ever learn and never come into the knowledge of truth. For whatever reason that is, forget about it. But over here, it's no shots fired at nobody or nothing. If you notice, I don't come on here trying to debate nobody or nothing. I'm going to bring straight raw truth, whether you understand it or not. That's what I'm bringing. Where does this truth come from, Dwayne? I did my research on synagogues when they was built. And we see the first synagogues was built throughout Babylonia. Why? Because the children were in exile. So I could see others coming in and establishing such, thinking that we were doomed. And people, you know how it is. It's like the church. They tell you Israel done away with, but they do not follow. Christians do not follow anything instructed by that Bible from God or through Christ. Christ didn't tell you he established his on no church because he didn't build no church. The Father is eternal. How you gonna put him in a building? That's who we worship. We the tabernacle, not the synagogue, the tabernacle of the Most High. And that's what he allowed us to build temples to bring us into or to worship at. They built altars and worship, sacrificing everything. They didn't have no right outside the tent. You had to section off like the model of the temple. Tents, no synagogue. People probably say, "Oh yeah, lady, well they came with the synagogues later because they realized the temples." No, you had another people that came in, you know, just like Christ said, Revelations 2. Revelations 3 and 9. 2 and 9 and 3 and 9. These people who worship in a now I read an explanation. They say, well, it was just a certain group. No, certain group might tell, because them the same people who crucified the Messiah. Get out of here. So I don't follow no traits today. It's like a lot of people follow the Jewish people. I don't got nothing against the Jewish people. But I don't follow their ideology or them saying we've kept the information for so many years. Where if you kept it for the love of the Most High. But they quick to tell you something about themselves. They not doing this for the Most High. That's who built the synagogues. It could have been Africa. It could have been some of the brothers and sisters who did it. Yes, it could have. Revelations 2 and 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. That's the original Hebrews he talking to. At a time when they were, when he was on the scene, them people was there because everything he spoke about relating to the kingdom, they wanted to kill him or bust his head or do all kind of things. Because why? They weren't the people. And then the people that are the people that were there, think about it. Synagogues, Jewish people, Germanic people, same people. That's who took over the Roman Empire. That's who made Judea a client state of Rome. Think about it. And I know the blasphemy of them, which say they are Judeans and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. These are the same people Christ encountered. Same people who pulled the trigger on him. Revelations 3 and 9. Let's see what they talking about. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. They are Judeans and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them into the worship, come into a synagogue to worship. No, the Hebrews are you dealing with a whole different system. Our system is kingdom based on the everlasting word of the Most High. He told them build temples. He didn't tell them build no more after the second because he knew what would be scattered. Well, how did they worship the way they gathered? old nation despised, gather yourself together. You don't got no synagogues. Well, they might got some in Africa now, and they had some back then. But then you had the influence of the Babylonian Talmud. It's a whole different people. Them ain't no Hebrews, family. Y'all better wake up. We know the truth now. You can argue all day, but you arguing against the Most High. You not arguing with me. Truth shall make you free. The Most High had Solomon build a temple so that they can honor the Father. They wanted a temple. Again, understand, our people, they were always afraid to go before the Most High. They were afraid. But no, our temples were designated places. And he gives you specific detail so that you will know the difference. You had a group, and there's nothing towards the Jewish people. I'm just speaking the truth. You know, and a lot of people won't do that. But I recognize that there's a greater. And I'm not going to forsake the truth because you don't understand it. No, we're going to spread it. A lot of people don't get it. But we're going to keep it moving. You're going to learn. You'll get it. Whoever don't understand, trust me, you'll get it. It'll come to you. But as far as me coming on here making up anything, I don't play them games. I'm strictly, the truth. I don't run with no groups. I ain't a part of no agenda trying to debate nobody or none of that. Debate the word. I'm not the giver of the law. So if you don't understand, you're welcome to come and sit down. We can chop it up or whatever. But the bottom line you're going to get from me is thus saith the Most High, what's written. If it ain't written there, you can forget about it. We're going to crush that. We're going to bring the truth forward. I'm about to sit here. Y'all know what time it is. What time is it? Yeah, we're about to go and create. We got to get things going. Are you a creator? Sure is. I love creating. I love my work. You dig? Love what I do. I got to create some things. I don't want to mess with this Christmas stuff. I might make some cards, specific detailed cards. I got to make my lady a sign for her door. Season's greetings. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that holiday stuff. That's pagan. But I got to make this money so we can put people in positions of authority to run shit. All this every day we don't have this, we don't have that. We waiting on this or waiting on that. Most High already gave you the power. He ain't told you wait on nobody. He ain't told you follow nobody. He told you to go get to it. That's what I'm on. Y'all been lacking, family. Your brother be lacking. Well, I ain't lacking. My phone is on. All you have to do is call and let's make it happen. My point is to get the information out here. Who is this? Why believers should not celebrate Thanksgiving? Man, because we don't know how to discern the word. We don't do that. I remember I made this shirt. You got me cussed out about this shirt. I was just talking about this shirt. And baby still holding. You got me cussed out. I wound up paying for it. That baby still nice though. I see it, baby. I would show it to y'all. But now it came out nice. It's like my daughter. My daughters was that's something for her and her baby. Others is a little different.
Huh? Oh, you ain't got no more sweaters?
You want one, yeah, but they two hats.
Oh no, I can't do no sweaters.
Three hats.
I wanted a sweater that says thankful.
You want a t-shirt? I got a t-shirt. I'll make
A
it.
fall color.
What is fall color to you? I'm slow.
Like the leaves.
You
Like the
tell me.
fall leaves.
No, I ain't got no fall leaf shirt color. Black, white, blue. I don't got your blue color though. Pink. That's red.
You have black.
Black. Your black is large. Do I got a large black? I got a large. I got something for you. You want that cozy shirt for the winter? Oh no, that's too little for you. Get cozy in the winter with the.
He's trying to be funny.
No, it's a medium.
I'm losing weight. Look.
I ain't say nothing about your weight. Your chest ain't little. What the fuck? Your chest will have a shirt like.
Let me see it.
You got a chest, baby. I ain't saying nothing about your weight. I see you losing weight. You ain't fat. What the fuck?
My leg wasn't heavy this time, was it?
I don't know. How would I know that? My camera on.
Oh.
How would I know that? There ain't no way in gate, yeah. Now your legs ain't happy. You look too loose with your mouth. Keep telling you look too loose. You all in the bed on motherfucking videos and what the fuck? What you trying to get some attention to? My cozy shirt, baby.
I like it to be a pajama.
Motherfucking pajama shirt.
It
These your size.
Yeah.
Can you fit?
It says the large, right?
I don't know. That shirt might be a medium. Yeah, these are large. For what?
Oh, for like the holiday.
I really don't know. Really large shit.
I don't want to take it out the bag.
Take it out. I got a lot of them. Stand up. I got a little box of white t-shirts. I don't have no black t-shirts. I got a blue on your size. No, it's 2X. It's too big.
I fit this.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Bam, try it on. Just see.
I know I can fit it.
Go in the bathroom.
I know I can fit it.
You can have it. That's nice too. It's gonna be cozy season. I wanted somebody to buy me them.
This is like for pajamas. We could get you some pajama pants.
No, that's a shirt. That ain't no
Cozy season, like going to bed.
Oh yeah, it's comfortable. I understand the mindset that come with it. For sure. I support that for sure. Y'all heard me just make a sale to my woman. What?
I get to talking.
Oh, because you always trying to correct somebody. It's black women.
Yeah, you said you're woman.
You want a woman, ain't you? You ain't no motherfucking man around this motherfucker, is you? The hell? Oh, my wife. This motherfucker here. See? This woman here is something else. My wife ain't on camera fucking around. She in my face. Oh, what you doing? I can't take your title, but you are that. They don't take no motherfucking contracts from no white folks. It's the love. God see where your heart is. You have 50 rings in a contract. Your niggas don't respect them. They still out. That's what I get talking about. Who he think he is? That's why they hate me, because I ain't got that. Why ain't just different? I ain't talking about nobody, but he different. Yeah, when I did it, when I was young, I did some shit I shouldn't have been doing. Now, it's like having children, multiple baby mothers. Like, dude, that's how your parents raised you? It's real life, though, you know? Live, learn, die, forget it all. That's what my dad say. You live, you learn, you die, forget it all. All right, Dad. I hear your famous saying. Black people, God is revealed in Revelation 13. Yes. Bishop Nathaniel Drewski. Yeah, Thanksgiving is pagan as hell. And if you don't think it is, you're a pagan. They got you. We gotta find something else to get into nowadays, bro. Because we're doing a lot of talking. But it's like we battling just to know the right information. We ain't battling to build nothing. That's the crazy part. We ain't battling to build and take over no industries. Only industry we building is what I know. It's good to know, but if you don't do nothing with it, what purpose is it serve? I don't have no problem talking about nothing. I don't care what the consensus is, what the majority is saying, because I'm not here for the majority. We're here to do the work of the Most High. You know, I'm cut different. You know, I'm a little strong with it, but it's out of love, fam. Fair use copyright, fair use copyright. Yeah, it's out of love, fam. What I do. I don't do what I do out of hate or trying to confuse people or none of that. You don't see me out there, oh yeah, my channel, go to my channel. Only y'all got the truth. You can't get the truth. That's like with a lot of people with that once, and I've been following a lot of these people for a long time, family. Just, you know, just out of curiosity, and then, okay, these are brothers and sisters waking up. They get into the truth. Let's get it. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't agree with what everybody's saying. I don't agree with it. It's like with Ron Dalton. Ron Dalton been told y'all we have a DNA connection. A lot of people denied that, but I'm hearing conversations about DNA. It's like they think they experts now. I know all things will come to the light eventually. What you don't know now, eventually you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. Careful study, observation. Some of these things you should just know instinctively. Especially with a synagogue. Solomon didn't build no synagogue, so that ought to tell you. He built what the Father instructed him to build. You don't see, a lot of us don't see. It's like now, people talking about churches and this. You tell them black people Hebrews, they gonna look at you crazy. Like, oh no, that don't matter no more. You sound like them that's telling me we didn't worship in temples, we worship in synagogues. Where? Show me, because the Father specifically wrote instructions. Now I see them there, but it's not accredited to the Hebrews for building them. They're gonna tell you about the Canaanites, Babylonian captivity, when you had those come in afterwards, after the temple, right? After doing Babylon. I can see that happening in Israel. The North Tower removed them because of their obedience, and they were worshiping idols, building temples, sacrificing to idols. But But you don't see that in the temple. You seen how they were doing things in the temple. And like they'll tell you, oh, you look it up on Wikipedia. Oh, yes, Christ was Jewish and this and that. No, he wasn't. Christ was an Israelite, a Hebrew. He was not Jewish. Oh, that was his custom to go to. It was not his custom to go to the synagogue. His custom was to go to the temple. He created people and gave you a law. The Most High is personal. We don't serve some distant creator where he's not nigh unto us. We dealing with things of the spirit, family. He never gave us no church buildings and all. And the only reason he did that because David wanted to build a temple because he loved the Most High. He had a heart. His heart was after the Most High, meaning he was guided by truth, and he truly loved the Most High. That's my take on it. You know, you might hear some kickback or reverberation, or you might hear my name out there. I don't care. Call my name. I'm gonna show you Candy Man. You ain't dealing with no Christian. You dealing with a Hebrew that's stomped down, 10 toes stomped down, capable of standing on that word and delivering. You know, I don't care about people's status or what they got or this or that. You got the truth. You know, you got the truth. People want to hear the truth. We don't want to hear all that contention and arguing and all this and that. We still arguing about who is who. Ain't nobody building nothing for nobody to come out of. A lot of people got jobs. They depend on the system. Oh, we don't got. They don't even think the kingdom is happening now. Christ said the kingdom is nigh. Nigh means unto you, happening now. Y'all don't believe that. Y'all follow. Y'all in buildings and following people. Most I don't dwell in no building. Then they won't even try to take you. Try to go to a synagogue today. Tell me some. That's his temple. Most I don't. He's no respecter of persons. Yet he chose, but them people won't even let you go in no synagogue who control the synagogues. They gonna get to telling you about some bloodline bull crap. We the people, and we've been keeping the history, but Israel and Judah have been scattered. It's some things that Israel don't know that happened during the time of Judah, and some things that Judah don't know. I'm quite sure they tried to keep in tune with it. But come on, let's be honest. A lot of us, you know, are led by the world and the lust of their flesh. I ain't like you hear me say, oh, what kind of, he got a job? He do. I never had a job from them people, family. I always want to get out there and create my own business. Not because I thought I was something better than the next person. It's because I understood the mission, even as a child. These people didn't love us. You know, so it was never my intention to try to do nothing to get in to be a part of their fold. Never, family. I've always relied on the Most High. Say what you want to say, but I'm being honest. We never had that security, that sense of security, dealing with the world like that, where they open the doors. Yeah, they open the door for a few people, got a few tokens, so they can point them up, but they don't run shit. They don't run shit, nor can they make decisions to bring their people to a better position by using their money to build. You know, build businesses. Put your people to work. You ain't got to do it like they do it. Black people act like if them people don't approve of something, you can't do it. Like you need their permission to do. Like you ain't dealing with them people. We not them type of people, family. You know. Am I don't know everything, but that part I pretty much know. Why? Because the Bible tells me so. I don't care what nobody else talking about. They ain't no authority. They into a lot of our people tapping into ways of worship like they follow systems that the Most High didn't establish. I had to catch on to that. Oh yeah, that's the brother. Woo, woo, they deep, but a lot of your deep ain't based off the instruction of the Father. We going through systems and peoples talking about people that interpreting things instead of allowing the Spirit to lead and guide you. It's crazy, family, but that's what we find a lot of in this day. A lot of religious people. They don't want the law, they want religion. I get it. I see it. I get it. I'm not mad at you. Follow what you follow. Don't expect me to follow that. I'm not gonna let you trick Wayne off. You ain't gonna trick Wayne off with all that. I need to make some moves. I need to make these cup holders too. I need to make some moves so I can get some. I need to get some bread flowing. I need my daily bread so we can get active. Brother man needs to get active. You got these too. I wish you could wear that. I would give you that Nike swimsuit. I mean, we got these jackets. We got some everything pop. You know, you got to make it pop. If I want my own house, you think I'm talking about I don't want her. I love her. But she don't have my vision, y'all. She don't see that vision that I got. Instead of an apartment, I'll be using this sucker to sell my products out of. Host parties and things, gatherings, and sell my products right there on the spot. But as far as the word, nah, you got to tell me something better than that. And that concludes my video. I pray. Read Kings 1 Kings 5. The foundation of my video here and conversation. The Father instructed us to build a temple. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And with that, shalom, peace, and blessings. Be motivated. And yes, like I said, I do sell products. I make specialty designs for clothes and apparel. I'm the t-shirt man. Just call me Mr. T-shirt. That's all you make, yeah. I'm specializing in t-shirts. I'm not making everything. But they not gonna buy everything. So we're gonna keep these t-shirts running. We're gonna run these t-shirts, run them. I ain't gotta try to sell everything else. Yeah, I got jackets and things they sell. But I'm mostly concerned about these t-shirts and keeping them pumping. Want you a fresh t-shirt? Holler at your brother. We're gonna make it happen. 773-451-6080. That's my line. Call me anytime. Let's get this money, y'all. Let's get some moolah, baby. Lord knows it ain't the money though. Let's get this business generated. We got businesses, family. And as far as Thanksgiving, to each his own, family. I find it strange in this day and time that our people will still be entangled with all that. To each his own. I like that shirt, man. I'm trying to think of something to make too. So I can generate. We're gonna generate. That damn candle. Well, I'm not wrong with little candle. Like the candles. I mean, I won't say on it. But as far as this word, brothers and sisters, I'm there with it. And with that, I say shalom. You alright. You halfway handsome. You ain't all that ugly.